The rapid adoption of social media platforms and our smartphones has created an always-on environment. It has raised basic questions about how social media is impacting our lives. A better approach is to figure out how you want to live with social media and then see how all of this internet-enabled connectivity fits into your picture. Hi all. We start by cultivating social media mindfulness. We can keep a journal for a few days, noting when we use social media, why we use it, and how it makes us feel when we're using it. On the positive side, social media empowers people to have a voice, to create content, and to access and connect with people and information in ways they couldn't before. On the negative side, social media is very powerful. Like most powerful tools, it can be used badly. We have to understand social media, how it works, its allure, and the shortcomings so that we can make intelligent and safe choices as we move forward in life and in social media platforms. Using it well demands that we 1. Understand the risk, 2. Take more responsibility for our online behavior, and 3. Develop self-regulation so that our behavior supports our goals. Just checking out and turning off social media is sometimes an appealing image. Going off the grid and eschewing society at large is not a new concept. In a globally networked world, deleting all of your social media accounts is a way to avoid the pressure. It also avoids the necessity of developing the self-control and self-regulation necessary to use this powerful tool to your best advantage. For people who feel they can't resist the temptations of social platforms and the internet, then unplugging is like never being around the things you feel you can't control. The real question is, what are you giving up? The choice doesn't make sense unless you first establish your goals and your priorities, the same things that are necessary as the first step in self-regulation, no matter what your goal. Anyone who quit social media would have to make the decision as to where to draw the line with technology. Does quitting everything include the telephone, games? Or are you just talking about Facebook or Instagram? The key is figuring out what is working for you and what isn't, and then designing your use around those things. If you are wasting too much time using Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, then limit your use or quit those platforms. There's really no other way. There will always be some people who gravitate towards these extremes, both with and without social media and social media engagement. The net impact of social technologies, however, has been very positive across a number of domains because access to the information and the productivity it can provide is unbeatable. Recognize that whatever you do, it is a question of you making choices, not the mysterious power of social media making choices for you. You see, social media satisfies too many key psychological needs and provides too many economic and social benefits to make it common for people to choose to completely ditch it altogether. As social media becomes more and more normal, which I think it has these days, and less of a shiny penny, people will have the experience to be more thoughtful about what they use and when and how they use it. It is normal to experiment with new and popular things to better understand what they do. After all, that's how we figure out how to use things, how to grow, how to experience more. People are just getting to that point of reflection with social media, which is driving a lot of the talk about it. It also breaks down the total number of problems we inquire when just blindly doing social media. Withdrawing is easier than figuring out a solution where some use works for you, but it has cost. People who have low self-esteem, poor impulse control, or a tendency towards addiction should pay attention to their social media use. But social media use is only one of the many places problematic behaviors will manifest. Contrary to many people's fears, social media does not make someone more socially avoidant or isolated. In fact, it can do the opposite by providing access to people and resources unavailable otherwise. People who have problems with social media, whether it's severe FOMO, negative social comparison, the need for validation, or the overuse of technology, will have similar issues in other aspects of their life. Rather than avoid social media, it is more effective to identify behavioral problems and learn skills to address and manage them, such as goal setting, self-regulation, and self-control. Those skills are key life skills, as anyone knows, and they are transferable to other domains and tend to be the critical determinants of life success, professionally and personally. Positive social media use may in fact be an indicator of future success, given the need for self-control and goal setting implied in controlling it. Yes, using social media is all about finding balance. A healthy relationship with social media means approaching technology like we do other things we want to control and make work for us. We simply pay attention to what we do and why we do it. I like to call it social media mindfulness. By thinking about our goals, we can evaluate how our behavior is supporting or hindering them. It's the same way we would, for example, go on a diet or a fitness plan. Keeping a social media diary like a food journal or exercise log and noting when and why you use technology and your emotions or need states at the time of use can be very, very revealing, particularly when you evaluate it relative to your goals. That process, of course, also forces you to articulate and visualize your goals, another key element to any success in this life. So, before you ditch social media or swear off social engagements and activities, look at it for what it is, a powerful tool that, like many things, can inform and build you up, or become a mindless addiction that only brings you down. In the end, it is you and you alone that can find your own balance and chart the waters of social media. I have hoped this helps with each and every one in their quest of using social media. I hope this prevents some of you from completely signing off. But of course, if you need to, you know what is best for you. Please, on the topic of social media, if you enjoy these videos, if you like my talks, head on over to my channel, subscribe, and click the bell so you receive notifications when I upload a new video. I'm getting back in the swing of things, and I'm excited to be back talking to each of you. As always, peace and love, Jim.